Again, the spy cat is spying.
Wait.
Again. It's
Mom!
like... It's...
I love you, heart. It's by me. It's a good idea to shock my dad. Right? Okay.
Okay.
Do you like it, Mom?
Mm.
I'm gonna show Daddy. Can you come with me and... Oh yeah, I see over there. I see it. I can see it over there. I never saw the ship like that. Are we on the bridge?
Yes, this is the bridge.
What is it?
Yes, this is the bridge.
We're going in. We're going in. We going in, Dad? Whoa, that's super cool. I like it. Whoa, there was another one.
So it's gonna be midnight and I think I'm gonna hear that? I heard fireworks. So happy new year everybody. Hope 2022 is gonna be a good one for you. And I'm crossing my fingers, hoping for a good work opportunity next year. And yeah, that's the main goal I have for next year. I see fireworks. I'm outside right now, in the cold. Supposedly today there's a freeze warning, on the weather forecast. But I really did want to take this opportunity to read outside one time, and I chose today to do it. So I brought my bag, some books, and some wipes. Okay.
Paint. Ruler. iPad. iPad. Pencil. Glue. Textbook. Eraser. Paintbrush. Ice cream. Paper. Try again! No!
It's okay. Continue.
Paper.
Finally. So Daniel finally finished setting up. There's 2 pieces of furniture over here. And now the rest of the space is for either plants or a small side table. It's Monday morning. It's first day back from winter break for Ezri, and I'm waiting in the car because I'm waiting for the school to start, and then she gets to class because I need to collect her soiled bag of clothes that she forgot to bring home before winter break started. I don't know what condition it's gonna be in. It's gonna be gross for sure. Most likely I'll have to toss it. Still, I'm planning to just wait right now until the time is right and then take the bag from Ezri. Since now I have some time until then, I'm gonna talk about, I guess, a recap of what's been transpiring the past few weeks since I last vlogged. I'm a little behind in editing my vlogs because since January started, I wanted to focus on the job hunting process. It's been a little slow going because during school break, during that 2 weeks, I was supposed to finish up on prepping the interview questions and answers and practice on them. But because Ezri was at home constantly around me, I was unable to do it. So I delayed it until January. Anyway, I have been working on that. Today, I'm going to be focusing on finishing up on the interview Q&A. And then if I have the time or the motivation, I will prep the resume for other job posts. And then tomorrow, I can send those off. And then every day as I'm going for a walk, I would practice on those Q&A. I'll probably save up the Q&A in my phone. And then I would look at it every once in a while as I'm walking and then talk to myself. And now I'm just going to continue reading on my phone. I have a couple of ebooks on the Libby app and wait for school to start.
Zach had a pan. Zach had a fan. Zach had a fan. Boom! Bam! Zach had a fan. The ants ran and ran. Zach had a nap. Whoa! Okay, I'm gonna open that one.
Why are you wearing the towel? Some sort of bear dance?
Bye.
Strange thing going on here. Fainted? Fall asleep? Or what? Why?
He said he found her asleep, tickle her.
Oh, okay. Tickle her. Huh? Oh, she woke up herself. Oh, looks like she fell asleep again. Oh.
Scared.
Okay, let's tickle her.
Okay, no TV.
Okay. Are you ready, kid?
Yes.
Okay, here it is.
Wait, hold it still, can't see.
Okay.
We have decided to fill this living room space with proper furniture. So Daniel bought this shelf from IKEA, of course. This is the board game bookshelf. And then we also got this couch set. The brown one might just go because I don't really like the fact that this is actually, preventing an open space. So that brown one might go, but this is looking more like a proper living room now. And we've moved the plant to that corner. As you can see, it's still leaning. And that corner over there, I'm planning to put a piece of furniture there. I have one in mind, but I'm not buying it yet, not until I've found a job. So that's my motivation in job searching. Also, this side table over here, it's not gonna be this one. The reason why I'm not gonna keep this is because it's not exactly the best condition. And then I'm also planning to buy a console table over there. Maybe not a console table, because if I can't find a console table with some drawers for storage space, then I'm just gonna get a cabinet, a narrow cabinet for that spot. Okay, and after this, probably nearing 10, I will join my husband to go to a place where we could walk in and get a COVID test, because he's planning to take one, and I decided why not, because last week I wasn't feeling well. I just hope it's not COVID related, because the school that my daughter was in, she was in close contact with somebody that was confirmed positive. All of us have been fully vaccinated, and she wasn't showing any symptoms of runny nose or sore throat. But for me, even though I wasn't really at the school, who's to say, because Ezri is not really the cleanest person, I got sore throat. It was really hard to swallow, and eventually it got worse, and then I had a little bit of a runny nose, but it wasn't all that bad. The fever, I wouldn't say it's high. I do feel sometimes a little bit warm, especially the throat area, and sometimes during the day there's heat radiating from my hand or my face or my body. But I did take a nap almost every day for the past week, and the nap was beneficial, and I did feel better almost every time after I wake up. However, the sore throat kept persisting. It's only until yesterday that it got much better, and I think it's almost gone. So today I'm gonna go with my husband to the clinic site and have that test taken. So we're back. It was pretty quick. There wasn't a huge line. It's a self-administered test, and so it was my first time taking this sort of test, and I wasn't sure how it's gonna be like, but I'm glad that it was a self-administered one, because that way I could slowly put it in and feel my way around rather than, jabbing it real hard, as sometimes I see some people do for other people. So anyway, I got to control the depth of the swab. I pushed it in as deep as I possibly dared, and then 10-15 seconds this side, 10-15 seconds this side, and then that was it. We'll see. The results will be posted either text or email between 24 hours to 72 hours. So that's done. And now to focus on my to-do list and go on with my day. Okay, so I finally finished for the second time this jigsaw puzzle, and I think this time I'm deciding to just frame it up. Yeah, so I finished most of this, and then Ezri and I finished the middle part. So at least she got to work on it. And then now this is the frame, and I'm hoping it will fit, because otherwise I might have to order a different, bigger frame. Okay, there you have it. Luckily it worked. It fit just right, and I didn't really have to cut the edges. So, yippee. I finished applying for 3 jobs today, and I'm not putting too much hope into it because it's through the ATS. However, I hit my goal of applying for the jobs for 1 day, and now I am working on framing these posters that I arrived. So far I've done those two pictures over there. Then I did 2 more, and now working on the other 3. And I'm also watching A Discovery of Witches. I didn't finish the book. I thought it was kind of slow pace. I just couldn't stick with it, so I dropped that book. And now I'm just trying to watch this first season, and it's also similarly slow paced, but I'm giving it a shot. The time is 11:17 p.m. It's Saturday, and today was not a good day for me. All I know was after I finished watching The Nevers on HBO Max, I started thinking about my job search progress. All of a sudden, all of the what ifs started pouring through my head, and I couldn't stop it. So I was like thinking, what have I been doing for the past 3 months since I quit my job, and whether or not I was wasting my time. And I guess finish watching the show did trigger something because I felt guilty for watching the TV show. So that's what triggered it. And I started thinking about all the what ifs, and then thinking about my career path and whether it was going to be impossible to get a remote job, because that's what I'm aiming for. I want to find a remote job rather than having to work on site or in office. And I started thinking about what if I'm up against so many people, which I probably am, and so many doubts, so many just discouraging thoughts going through my head. I tried to pull myself out, but it wasn't very successful. I watched some YouTube videos on other YouTubers who are similarly unemployed. The longer it takes to find a job, the more of my savings is gonna take. And I do have savings, it's just that I don't want it to get any lower, you know. But anyways, so it was a downward spiral, and right now it's 11:20, and I don't know what to do to get myself out of this funk. Meanwhile, let me show you the picture frame that I have put up. I think these are not gonna stay here because it's just too small for such a big high wall. I'm probably gonna move this to the hallway over there, but I do like the pictures. I think what I'm gonna do before I call it a night is to look for something, a topic or a course, a free course to learn during my unemployment, because they say that, you know, it's probably going to be one of those questions where they say, what did you do during your unemployment? So one of those suggestions is to either volunteer or take up a course and learn something. So I'm gonna look through the internet and see if I can find anything that I'll be interested in learning. Hopefully tomorrow I'll feel much better. It's about 5:25 p.m. right now, and I'm just taking a short break before I jump onto YouTube and exercise using one of those workout videos. I haven't chosen one yet, but that's what I'm planning to do a workout and at the same time watch a drama side by side. As I mentioned in my previous video, I was kind of like down because I was having one of those anxiety attacks about job searching, about the what ifs and how whatever I'm doing is not gonna bring about anything. So I was at a very low place. I focused on the things that I should be doing, which was job searching, and I did all of that. I discovered Teal. If you haven't heard of Teal, T-E-A-L, it's a platform where you can actually manage your job search task on one platform. It's an extension where you can install on your web browser, and then you just save whatever job post you find, and it would highlight keywords that would help you to work your resume. It has some good functions in there. It gives you the process steps and then some suggestions within each step on how you can go about, you know, searching for a recruiter, working on your resume, your cover letter, all those stuff, which is really, really good. And it keeps track on when you applied, when to follow up, salary, location, whatnot. You can put notes, contacts. If you haven't heard of Teal, go check it out. If it will help, go ahead and use it. It's free. And you know, I've been using spreadsheet all this time in order to track my job search, but this is a nice platform. Yeah, that's about the job search which I did today. I was very productive in that sense. And then I moved on to my 2 o'clock personal schedule of learning time. I was watching this course on Coursera. I chose a course through there, and today was the first day and the session went well. I spent about half an hour on it, and tomorrow I'll probably continue on with that course. I think all in all, today was a very productive day. Hopefully tomorrow will be the same, and hopefully I can put away the what ifs away from my mind this week. I have to bear in mind that the first month was obviously a recovery period. I was in no mood or mindset to go about job searching. And then the second month, at least I took that month to do some job search prep. So I should be proud of myself on doing that. And without that job search prep, I would have been really behind. My resume wouldn't have been sort of done. I wouldn't have come up with a lot of things to organize myself in this job search. And then I wouldn't have finished prepping for the job interview. So I think I did good for the second month. And now the third month of my unemployment, at least I have gone into job searching. I sort of eased my way through it. Next month, I will do a proper job search. I will set a proper routine, focus on it, and then just power my way through it. And I should keep telling myself that I'm doing good, that I'm making progress, that I should put away all the negative thoughts away from my head. I was just finishing up on my dinner and I received a notification from LinkedIn. It turns out one of the person I was reaching out to for one of the job application that I was doing today messaged me, and luckily it was the right person that was hiring for this position. So I'm glad that my research into which recruiter would be handling the job post was correct. That's a good way to end today on a positive note. And I'm feeling much better, much better, knowing that my effort brought on a result. So here's to another day tomorrow.
Cat is cat. If right in did it right.
Right.
10.
Then
Boy. What got? Very
ask.
Walk. All about. Out. Look.
Bring.
Look. Call. The. Take. To. How. See.
Once. The other side. Not.
Tell one. Should. Old. Full. Shall.
Saw.
Get. Had. How do I read all of of them.
Because you've been practicing. Good job. I was going through LinkedIn and my email inbox. I responded to the recruiter that reached out to me yesterday. It was good. I mean, at least I got a response, you know, better than nothing at all. Unlike the previous job search experience I had 2-3 years back, where nobody responded except for the automated email. So at least she responded and we had a back and forth, but ultimately, you know, the role was already filled. But I felt okay from that. At least I got response, you know, and I'm not like blindly sending in applications and not hitting anything. So that was a small plus for me. And then I was going through my email inbox, and I got an automated email that said that they were not moving forward with my application, but that's okay because that particular job required me to work during the weekends. So I'm okay with that not going through. And then after that, I saw an email and I thought maybe I was getting another automated email and I was going to be rejected. But it turns out that it was a recruiter from one of the companies I applied to. They think that I might be a good fit. So I was trying not to feel panicky or anxious or whatever I was feeling, because I was certainly not expecting that email. And this email requires me to do a little bit of homework, and I have to turn it in within 72 hours. And it's a first for me because I've never done anything like that, but you know, I'm just gonna go with it. So I think for today, I'm not gonna work on it. I mean, I will go through the questions that they want me to do and then think about my answers and then do a little bit of research on the company, all this background stuff, and then do a draft answer. And then during the weekend, when I'm feeling much better, clear-headed, I will submit my answer to the recruiter, and then we'll just wait and see. So I'm really happy about this email that I got, and it made me feel that my efforts in the job search was not like a waste of time. And I'm feeling positive, so I'm gonna keep at it. Even if this one doesn't go through, but at least I know that it's working. Something is working.